Alrighty, big news in the Bay State. There was a giant bust in the city of Cambridge, Mass yesterday, but it's not just your average raid. It goes a little deeper than that. Apparently, the man arrested by federal authorities and known on the street as SK is a close friend of rapper Millyz and a member of his inner circle. Now, I just made a video about how some of the former members of ENTL, that's Epic Nation, the label, cooperated with federal authorities during and after Operation StreetSweepah in order to avoid lengthy prison sentences or whatever other personal reasons they may have had. I also talked about how the case against Caruso and the street organization TRG were only the beginning of a series of big-time federal RICO cases against street organizations by the North Shore G Task Force. Former ENTL rapper K Money is allegedly responsible for the raid on a La Familia stash house that resulted in the biggest seizure in Lynn, Mass's history. Now yesterday we see a federal raid that culminated from a 2-year investigation against the Cambridge man who is allegedly closely aligned with North Shore kingpin Vincent Caruso. SK, as he's known on the street, was charged with running a similar operation as Caruso, just with a different product. But SK is alleged by the feds to be a mastermind of sorts. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So, just want to start off this video and just say I have to tread very lightly with what I'm talking about for a variety of reasons in this video, mostly due to YouTube and their ad guidelines and community guidelines, which I don't want to offend either. I don't understand their guidelines whatsoever, what's offensive to them or what's not offensive to them. So the subject matter of what we're going to be discussing in this video is touchy from my past experience with them. So just know that going forward, if you're wondering why is he avoiding talking about certain things or why isn't he saying certain words, what is he even talking about, what is this product or substance that he's speaking of, I'm sure you can put two and two together or just Google it real quick. It's a big headline, it just happened, and you will answer those questions. But I just kind of want to put a little precursor out there in the beginning of this video just to explain to you guys why I'm treading so lightly with how I'm speaking, and also because I don't really want to offend a person that I'm talking about in this video as well. Okay, so the actual facts of the case are that 34-year-old Schuyler Oppenheimer, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, better known on the streets as SK, had his Cambridge apartment raided and he was arrested as a result. Apparently, FBI agents connected to the Boston North Shore G Task Force have been investigating SK for over 2 years now, even going as far as going through his trash when he lived in the nearby city of Everett previously. The feds conducted several of these trash pulls where they uncovered a mountain of evidence into what SK was allegedly doing. In the actual arrest, the feds claim that they seized 10 pounds of counterfeit units and then 500 grams of the raw ingredient used in making the counterfeit items. I am treading so lightly here with how I'm describing this, I really can't see how YouTube is going to have a problem with it, but we all know how that goes for me historically. For real, like, that it blows my mind. Like, you can't, if you're doing stuff like that, first of all, you should have like a separate house, like just like a house that, like a stash house, trap house that you're doing all that dirt in, not your personal residence, but whatever. But you shouldn't be taking it out and just putting it on the curb, like with the rest of your personal trash. Anybody can go out there. You see, like, I look out my window every day and I see the Puerto Rican lady going picking through the cans and stuff, to go get the redeemables. Anybody can go out there and go through your trash. The feds love doing that. I just can't get over like that. People like that are doing stuff like that. They just put it in the trash and just throw it out there. Like, just go for like a little cruise. Like, go to like Target or somewhere and throw it in one of the big dumpsters. Like, just take it somewhere else. Like that stuff's mind-boggling to me. I don't know. Now, a huge aspect of this case is that they're saying SK was heavily involved with incarcerated kingpin Vincent Caruso and a major player in Operation StreetSweepah. That case is going to go down in history not only because of what a crazy case it was itself, but for the chaos that ensued in its aftermath. Vincent Caruso was basically involved with almost every single street organization or group of dealers, not just in the North Shore of Boston, but really throughout a lot of New England. You just had that huge case happen in Lynn involving La Familia, where they're claiming K Money was the source of the information in that operation and resulted in a major seizure. Now you have SK getting popped in Cambridge and being accused of participating in similar conspiracies with these counterfeits. It's a different product than what Caruso was arrested for, but it's basically the same business model. So, I mean, this whole thing is incredibly interesting to me. It's all kind of all connected. Operation StreetSweepah, like I said, it was the biggest case that I'd ever like read or tried to understand or make sense of, and even at that, it was just the first chapter of like that's gonna be a we're gonna look back decades from now, and that's gonna be like a milestone marker. We're gonna remember like before Operation StreetSweeper and after. Like that was a game changer. What Vincent Caruso did, um, obviously he's not the first person to ever do that, but the level of success that he had um, in his business, doing what he was doing, and then apparently, allegedly, this is all alleged about SK, that he was heavily involved in this with him, and he was one of the guys that Caruso was relying on for the chemistry aspect to get formulas correct. Um, it's just it's incredibly interesting to me. I know there's so many people from like the amount of views that those videos got. A lot of people are really interested in this stuff. Now, unfortunately, it gets a little deeper because in the arrest report, the feds allege that SK was kind of a mastermind chemist that a lot of these guys, including Caruso, relied upon. He had a natural ability, I suppose, or inclination towards chemistry. He was very good at mixing the products correctly, the pressing process, color dyeing, etc. He was the man you wanted if you were trying to get all these bases covered. It's important for the fake product to have the same look, feel, and color as the real one. A seasoned user will spot it right off the bat if it doesn't look right. In the last few years, the manufacturers have definitely gotten much better at their craft. So the feds will have alleged conversations between SK and his Chinese suppliers where he was buying the raw material from to make his products. And honestly, it's pretty sophisticated stuff. Anybody and everybody can try, and believe me, right now they are, but not everyone has the skill level that the feds allege that SK had. So unfortunately, I gotta talk about it. Where does this stand for Millyz? On him and his manager's IG stories, of course, they're throwing their support up there for SK. He's their man. Of course, they're going to be there for him 100%. But I kind of wonder how Millyz feels about it inside. But with SK being in a lot of Millyz videos and part of his crew, the answer is simple. He's going to support his man. But other people could obviously try to manipulate it into something negative. You know, the feds are always on the hunt to throw a rapper at the top of a big RICO case nowadays. Look at Trotty Y Jizzle. He got charged in that massive RICO case against Heath Street for conspiracy. Conspiracy of what? It's crazy. Obviously, as a millionaire rapper at the peak of his career, flying around on Mark Wahlberg's private jet, I doubt Millyz would involve himself in any way in a conspiracy like this, or any other criminal conspiracy, honestly. I think he's just a legitimate rapper. I'm thinking mostly in my head is, how is Millyz processing this? Firstly, I'm sure he's like feeling for his man. That's one of his boys. He's like, he just got hemmed up. He's looking at some serious time. This kid's got a pretty serious record. They're like trying to really make him look like he's some sort of like mastermind chemist and that he's, you know, an integral part in like this whole kind of culture that's been going around since Operation StreetSweepah, with this whole counterfeit business that's been going on. So you gotta think, Millyz is thinking he's feeling for his man, like, he got hemmed up, that's bad. But then he's thinking, how is this gonna, look on him? How is it gonna affect his career? Is it gonna affect it in a negative way? Is he gonna somehow be connected criminally to this case at all? And obviously, I don't think in any way, shape, or form that Millyz is in any way has anything to do with any of this criminal conspiracy, from Operation Street Sweep or beyond, to any of this crazy stuff that's been happening since then with Epic Nation. Any of these cases that have come about after Operation Street Sweeper, I don't think Millyz has any type of criminal connection to any of these conspiracies. He's a multi-millionaire rapper at the height of his career right now. He's, flying around with Mark Wahlberg in his private jets. So I don't think he's really getting involved in street stuff at all. But personally, do I think he minds maybe people thinking in the back of their head that, he's close to people that are really doing the street stuff? That, like, this guy was part of his inner circle. It's one of his boys. He's like in the background in a bunch of his videos. Millyz don't hang out with many white kids, so you can, SK sticks out when he's in the background in the videos. So, like, maybe a little bit, it gives Millyz maybe a little street cred. Maybe he's feeling like, damn, man, my boy got hemmed up. I wish he didn't get hemmed up, but at the same time, people know that I'm rolling around with some dudes who are doing some real stuff. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to pick the guy's brain. I don't know how the man thinks, but that rap, really, the majority of it is image and promotion and what these people think you are. And in this age that we've entered, especially this drill age, it's insane now. Like, literally, skill has nothing to do with anything. It's all about your backstory and if you're really real and if you're really out there doing the dirt and stuff like that. So somebody like Millyz, who is a very talented high level rapper in my opinion, like, it stinks that he would even it would even be like a thing, like an option, that he would need to have one of his boys get like arrested for some real stuff to like kind of boost up his street cred, to like keep his name in the mix and keep these younger fans like listening to his music and, you know, keeping it going for him. Like, you shouldn't have to have affiliations to street stuff and like actual things that are going on to have a successful rap career. But like, unfortunately, like, I really feel like that's where we're at right now. And after the last video I just made about ENTL, I was like, man, I'm gonna stop talking about rap for a little bit. I'm gonna take a step back and start doing maybe some older stuff, some more historical type videos like I used to do. But then this happened, and I had to speak on it. It's a huge case. First of all, it's all wrapped up in the same stuff that we've been talking about for months since Operation StreetSweepah, and the video I just put out about ENTL and saying that K Money, after all this stuff went down, he's the cause for a lot of these like spin-off cases that are happening, like with the giant one with La Familia that just went down, and now SK going down, getting caught, raided. They've been following him for 2 years. They've been investigating him. Like, Operation StreetSweepah never stopped. Like, they arrested Caruso and his mom and them guys, but nothing stopped. Like, the North Shore G Task Force, they're in full effect. They're out there. They're like working overtime right now. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Like I said, I just felt like I had to speak on it. I couldn't let this headline go by without putting a video out. I hope nobody was offended. And like I said, I'm gonna probably be coming back with some more old school kind of like Winter Hill type stuff, just to mix up a little bit because we've been talking about current events a lot lately. But anyways, thank you guys for all the support. It's been rough last couple months. Had a lot of personal stuff going on, so my upload schedule has been all over the place. But thank you for my die-hard fans, and supporters and viewers and subscribers. Much respect. Thank you guys. Have a great night. Hope you guys enjoyed this story. It's so interesting. It's just another chapter of this saga that is Operation StreetSweepah. If you like it, you know what to do. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. But most of all, guys, make good choices. Make good decisions. That's why we say that at the end of every video, because look at the stuff that's going on, dude. Bad decisions lead to years in penitentiaries or worse. So make good choices, make good decisions, take good care of your friends, your family, your fellow human beings. Try to have a nice day. I'll talk to you guys soon. God bless. And listen, guys, this is really relevant because this counterfeit thing is getting like out of control out here on the streets. I don't know if you guys are experiencing this and seeing this in real time, but like some kid I know for a long time, you know, he's not even a kid who's really like making moves. He's kind of a bummy looking dude, and he pulled out like a giant freezer bag of bars, clearly not real, and he was, you know, talking all this stuff and blah blah blah, and I'm seeing it like all over the place, and it's dangerous. Like, it is legitimately a big problem. It's an issue. Something really needs to be done about it. You know, just be safe out there, guys, okay?